Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Mangason here, bringing you a First Descendent video, and today we're going to be talking about external components, but not the typical external component thing that you may be thinking about. We've all seen the First Descendant Reddit page post of the guy that posted all the things that can drop and will statically drop on each component, and it will not vary, right? Certain things can drop with electrical resistance and defense and double defense, double HP, right? But let's talk about some of the unique ones that people aren't using, such as the modular drop rate increase modifier. I'll have that picture on screen at some point during this video so you can take a look at it, screenshot it, or just go to the Reddit post and type in the First Descendant external components and it should pop up on the first of the list. Now, the modular drop rate increase modifier takes that modifier and whatever module you're really going for, if you go into your modules, you should know that a Transcendent has like a 1% chance to drop, 2.5% chance to drop if you go into a hard difficulty mission. Now, it's to say that you get a 2.5% chance modifier on that, but it's not guaranteed. You may get something else. Now, if we go into the sensor, let's talk about something that people don't use in the sensor, and that's the consumable drop rate increase modifier. Now, the consumable drop rate increase modifier is by far the most important modifier that you can have on your character while you're still grinding, or just having it on your character in general, if you really don't need to allocate the extra stats on your character. So what is the consumable? The core materials, the anamorphic patterns, all that, the little mark of the arrest, all those stuff like that, all those are consumables. So everything that you've been grinding for, you've been missing out on getting extra drops of those or better drops of those because you're not using the consumable drop rate modifier. Now, if you've been doing those sharing missions, you're really going to want the consumable drop rate modifier on your character in order to get that anamorphic pattern. Just the other day I was playing with a friend and I was trying to get pattern, I want to say like 119 or 118, something like that, from a sharing mission, but you got to do a successful infiltration. But he had a 20% chance of getting it plus a consumable drop rate modifier on him, increasing his drop chance for that. He got it 3 times versus me getting it 1, and that was RNGesus on his side. Now let's talk about the memory. The memory component with the excessive display time. This is the excessive, hopefully this is how you say it, and you can customize it. And when you click the button to do the scan, that is your excessive search radius right there. So the defense can get the range, like the excessive thing up like longer, but whatever. Maybe that's all that's for Enzo. Now for the memory, we are going to be talking about the equipment drop rate modifier. Now, the equipment drop rate modifier, what is equipment within the First Descendant? Now, equipment within the First Descendant is actual processor. The processor gets the equipment drop rate modifier, and the equipment drop rate modifier, everything on your character is equipment, from reactors to external components to the weapons. All this in its whole totality is the equipment for your character. Nothing in the game I've seen says that it's equipment, but it is equipment. Now, if you have all these modifiers on for a farming run, of course you can do that. And then if you want to look at your external components, you can target farm your external components and see where you actually get them from. For some of these, I guess, rare ones that you would have in the game, they have some okay effects. They're not as good as, I guess, Slayer that everyone's using, or most people don't have the frozen heart set because you can't beat Frostwalker. I haven't beat Frostwalker. And if you just want to know how to get some of these extra bonuses, because you can mix and match, you can do a 2-set and a 2-set and get that. And you can farm these out. You've probably bumped into a lot of them, and you've probably just been deleting them because they're not gold. Don't let the color of the processors fool you. It could be an integral part of your build if you're going for something like just base firearm critical hit rate at an increased chance, because you may not use the whole 4-piece of a Slayer set. You may not use the whole 4-piece of a Swamp Walker set, or the frozen memory set, or so on and so forth. If you're not like going into Frostbite, then you have no use for the for the 4-piece set on a polar external component set, you're better off using something that's going to give you more bang for your buck. So keep that in mind when you are equipping these external components. Now each external component can drop with a purple rarity, a purple, like it's purple is blue and it's gold, gold being the max, blue being the base, and then purple being the mid. So mid is almost as good as gold, but gold is God roll. So that's what you're going to get when you're gold. That's what's going to be maxed out on it. But if it's white, it's more closer to the base number than it actually is to its maximum number. So also keep a lookout for that. So if you see your max HP of 402, just know that the max HP on a component is more or less like 786 or something like that. Just let me take a quick look. It's like in the 700s. It's closer to that. So if you get a double roll of 2 God rolls of max HP, that's pretty fantastic. Now, even if you're searching for a specific component, if you're looking into the hard mode difficulty, looking for rewards and stuff, generally speaking, you can filter what you're looking for and then get a better idea of what's dropping where. But just because it's not on this list doesn't mean that you can't grind for it. So me specifically, I'm looking for something for my Freyna. I'm looking for general rounds. I'm looking for a toxic reactor, but I need an area that's going to be dropping a lot of reactors. So I know that in White Knight Gulch is going to be dropping more reactors. So I take a look around the map and see which other mission that I could potentially farm that would have a higher chance of me getting a tech toxic reactor. And then I see here at the battlefield mission that there is a tech toxic reactor chance at 50%, and I'm gonna go over there and then I'm gonna go and farm that out. Now once I completed a mission or whatever, I left the stuff on the ground just so you can see. Again, this is the battlefield mission altar, and I do get a toxic mixture reactor. This may not be the one that I want, but it will be a toxic tech reactor, getting me closer to that more personal build that I'm looking for my Freyna. So hopefully this video helped you guys out in combination with the other YouTube creators out there making videos for the First Descendant. Like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.